Hey, it's the after show. Thanks so much for supporting me. Like, I keep saying it. You guys cure my anxieties of being an aloof weirdo. But I'm gonna bore you with drum business. This is just like absolute drum geeks heaven. Because it's got every big name drummer in here, their setups, like, you know, talking about how they develop them. Because the awesome thing about drums is there's no rules. You do whatever you want. Look at John Bonham's kettle drum. Like, oh, that's why I love the drums. It's like you make it however you want. There are no wrong notes. Look at this. I've got some favorites saved. Chick Webb, man. These are early drum kit days. It was just starting to become like a regular thing. Look at these cymbal stands, things hanging from wires and whatnot. I've got some of these cymbals, by the way. They sound hideous, but I love these blocks. Look, cowbells and things. And yeah, that's a big piece of leather, by the way, and that's why people would often get them painted. There's a lot of money. Breakdown of his drum kit and the side 28-inch bass drum. That is obscene. Drums aren't like that anymore. Gene Krupa, man, he's like one of the founding fathers of the development of the drum kit. You know, sing, 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 gadoo, doo, 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 gadoo, doo, doo, ba, bum, bum, ba, bum. He talked to Mr. Zildjian and asked, could you make thinner, bigger cymbals, which is where we are today. Because look how tiny they are. It was all floor tom, bass drum, snare drum. People nearly never use the cymbals. And Gene was like, mate, can you make them bigger for me? He was on the money. Look how you hanging out at the Zildjian factory. 1939. They only moved to America 10 years before that. Look at this splash cymbal mounted there. We don't do that anymore, but we need to bring that back. Freaking Buddy Rich, right? You go watch Buddy Rich drum solos. There's one where he's in his 60s and he's still killing it. Dude was literally famous at like age 4. There he is as a kid. Do you know, like, look how big the old bass drums were back in the day. He was a hard ass, right? But he knew what it took to be the best, and he stinking did it. Ringo, like, oh, I mean, you got Elvin Jones here. Jazz, big, heavy, amazing dude. And Ringo, he basically made Zildjian a household name because he played American Avidus Zildjians. And apparently, Zildjian was a small operation before they jumped on the Ed Sullivan Show. And after that, they were backlogged with orders for like 2 years. I've got the Zildjian history books, so like, gosh, Ringo just blew up the whole company. Amazing what one person can do, right? There you go. There's his setup. There, color photo. Black Oyster Pearl. You can still buy these to this day. Neil Peart, rip, man, legend. This book is great. If you're a drum nerd, get this book. Tony Williams, man. Bernard Purdie. He's still kicking it to this day. Dude's great. Go check out his video on the Purdie Shuffle. He just yells like, it's just a drum teacher's right to share the Bernard Purdie Shuffle video with their students. You betcha I did. John Bonham. Do I need to say any more? Like, I'm slowly hunting down all of his original cymbals. Not the exact ones he played, but 1970s, like same weight and sizes. And then I need to hunt down one of his snare drums. There you go. Superphonic, like, I need to get a 70s one. So expensive. Bonzo's like one of my heroes, man. Dennis Chambers, like, man, I really emulate so much from this guy. I love the way he does things. Such a modern player. And look at that old 90s kit, man. He's been around for ages and he's still kicking it now. I've got his signature snare drum and it's the one that I use for nearly all of my gigging career. Best drum ever. Still got it. Chad Smith, Chili Peppers. Man, you're just hearing a rock beat. Boo, boo-ka, boo-boo. Nah, it's how you play it. That's what I love about acoustic drums. Like, you gotta hit it in the right spot. If you hit near the edges, it's ringier. And you could do rim shots to get like a thwack to it. And Chad plays it monumental volumes. Dude is hit. Like, yeah, if you hear him live, it's like off. And that's how you get that Chili Pepper sound. Boo, boo-ka. You gotta hit him hard. Neil Peart, I mean, look at that kit, man. You know, do I need to say much more about Rush? Tony Williams, man, jazz heavy. He played with Miles Davis at the age of 17. That's what he was. He passed away just with complication with simple surgery. It's stripped from the planet, man. I've got this big vintage poster of him holding a Zildjian K that my drum teacher gave to me before he moved. You know, he was in his 70s and retiring from teaching, and I always pined after that poster, and I got it. But, I mean, that was only a handful of the drummers in this book. If you're into it, man, I hope there's a PDF version, I don't know. But come on, books, hey, the battery doesn't run out. Well, thanks for letting me be a drum geek and boring you. I can't wait to talk about drums all day. Like, they're all gonna be on my Garbage Time channel. It's actually what's filling up my weeks at the moment is, like, setting up this drum museum. It's gonna be like a big showroom, like, Oh, I can't wait. So thanks so much. And, just do the thing.